What? I don't even. Okay, are you ready?
Yeah.
Senator, you there?
Yeah.
Okay. Are you ready for the call?
Yeah.
Okay. Let me try and connect. Hello?
Yep.
Hello? Hello, is this Senator Menendez? Hello?
Yes.
Hello? Hello, is this Air Force One? Air Force One? Yeah, I'm still here. I was wondering if that was Senator Menendez. It's not a very good connection. Yes, this is Senator Menendez. Is the president available? Yep. One moment, sir. I'll connect your call. All right. Thank you. Hello?
I'm here.
Hello? Senator Menendez, are you still there, sir? Yes, sir. Okay, one moment, sir. He stepped away from his chair. I'm getting ready to ring his phone right now. Just one moment. All right, thank you so much. Sir, your call is connected. Hi, Bob. Hey, how are you? How are you? Congratulations on everything. We're proud of you. Congratulations. Great job. You went through a tough situation, and I don't think a very fair situation, but congratulations. Thank you so much. And, I'm sorry to bother you, Mr. President, but obviously my constituents are giving me a lot of beef about this immigration thing. I know that you did something really noble by trying to, get the kids back with their families. But I have to answer to them. What can I tell them that you're going to do, moving forward? So, Bob, let me just tell you, I want to be able to take care of the situation every bit as much as anybody else at the top level. I'd like to do the larger solution rather than the smaller solution. They're doing them step by step. I think we could do the whole thing. I have a good relationship with the party. You have a good relationship with the party. And I think we could do a real immigration bill. We have to have security at the border. We have to have it. I mean, look, you got 60% of the country, they've got to have security at the border. And that's a good issue for the Democrats too, Bob. It's not like it's good for you or good for me. It's good for both of us. People are tired of the problems. No, I understand that, but go ahead. No, but I am Hispanic, so I have to. I'm sure you understand. So I have to. I have to look good to my. I have to look good to my people as well. You understand? I agree. So, Bob, let me do this. I'm on Air Force One. I'm just coming back. We had an amazing rally in North Dakota, actually. Yeah, I saw the speech. I saw the speech. It's going to be good. It's a tough race. You say it again? No, I saw the speech, and I thought it was a great speech. But if I could just ask you one more thing, Mr. President, as far as the new justice, I'm sure you've heard, I'm sure you know that Justice Kennedy is retiring, and Justice Kennedy was a Reagan appointee. I'm begging you, are you going to go more moderate, or do you think you're going to go more conservative? Well, I haven't looked. I have a list of people. I have a big list of people, Bob, and we'll take a look at it, and we're going to make a decision. I'll probably make it over the next couple of weeks. Because I promise you, you will have my vote. I will help you if you don't go too conservative. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Well, we will talk to you about it. We're going to probably make a decision, Bob, over the next 2 weeks. I think we're going to have a really good. We have some great choices, and be done over the next 12 to 14 days. All right. Well, please, keep me informed, and good luck on your trip. And thank you so much for taking my call. You take care. I will speak to you soon, Bob. Take care of yourself. All right. Thanks, Mr. President. Thank you, Bob. I'll talk to you soon. Bye.
All right, I'm going to you.
Holy shit. And then to get the Baba Booey in at the end.
I know. Baba Booey to you. How the hell? Now we're gonna put the real. I mean, we'll put a better quality audio in there. But now, first of all, Royce, here's the thing. I don't even know what the fuck he's congratulating me for. Apparently, I got out of some crime.
Fraud charges.
Yeah, I have no idea. I'm just kind of rolling with it.
And he's congratulating you on getting off on charges because he wants that for him.
Yeah, and I have no idea what's going on. And the only two things that are in the news now is the immigration and the Supreme Court justice. And I was doing, Royce, as much as we can, I was really trying to get him to agree to getting a moderate judge.
No, and I think you made some natural headway last night because this is going on, right? Like we're up till midnight, going back and forth.
Yeah.
And I'm on CNN, and they're like, there are talking heads going, this can't happen. There's an election in 4 months. He cannot appoint another Supreme Court justice. We can't have it. It wasn't right what they did to Obama. So this isn't fair. Meanwhile, I'm like, but he's going to announce one in the next 2 weeks.
I know.
Nobody knows this yet.
I know. This is breaking news.
We almost need to get off the air and get you on CNN.
All right. So let's just, Don, you're going to put the better audio in.
Yes.
Hopefully Don is capable of doing that, Royce.
We'll do our best.
We literally have to get you on TV.
Okay, but I mean, come on now, Royce. Out of all my, I have to pat myself on on my back here with all the interviews, interviewing the Dalai Lama, asking him if he ever said hello, Dolly, and I all those.
This is your best work yet.
This is the Fiesta.
This is
Resistance. Whoever you say.
This
that.
is like
how you say that? The
Pièce de résistance.
Yeah.
This is like your statue of David. Okay, that's what this is. You are Michelangelo. This is your and to take this a step further because we were sincerely up till midnight going off about this, and you're like, I will be in at 9 to record the rest of this podcast so we can share this with the world.
Yeah.
You don't show up, and I'm freaking out. I'm like, Don, I think he's been detained. We have to go to his place, and we have to find him. I'm worried they've already carted you away.
Well,
and I'm like, dude, if we see like men in suits, keep going.
Yeah.
Well, and that's the weird thing because I did oversleep because I was on the phone with my attorney because I go, what this was a comedy bit. I mean, could he and look, maybe he could. Look, I mean, I'm there. I just was trying, I was trying to do a comedy bit. So when you knock on my door, so I'm up till 2 in the morning talking to my attorney. He's like, look, you're protected under the First Amendment. You're a comedian. You've done this kind of thing before. This is what you do. So it would be, we could argue this. First of all, Donald's my friend, true. And at the end of the day.
How did he not recognize your voice? You're
at
stuttering.
the end of the day, look, as a person and as a friend, I really like Donald. You can see he comes across as a nice guy to talk to.
Well, you weren't even like trying to be malicious. You were just like, I can't believe I'm getting this far.
No, and the good news is, I'm trying to build my defense here. No one was hurt in the process.
Well, to be fair, you're really trying to solve some big issues.
Yes, I really was. And I didn't make any, I didn't ask him any goofy questions. But here's the weird thing. I probably had a better chance of speaking to the president than the real Senator Bob Menendez would have done.
I think so. I mean, that's what's amazing is like, just from like a comedy bit perspective, I thought this would have like fallen apart by like the second White House operator, and it just kept growing.
I got to speak to Jared Kushner, and Donald Trump.
But do you remember when this woman says, I don't have this phone number? And you're like, well, we're on vacation. They're mobile phones, John.
I know.
That doesn't make any sense.
I know. I said we were on, didn't I say we had to make a speech or something?
Yeah, you gave them like multiple like valid reasons to just hang up and go, this is a joke.
Well, don't forget, we first called this John Melendez.
I know.
And then he said, then we just changed one letter.
Not Jerry Gallo, Jerry Callow.
Jerry Callow.
That was the whole bit.
But anyway, let's get off the air. We'll get this edited, and we'll start, I mean, look, this is going to be the most listened to podcast I've ever done. I mean, how could it not be?
We need to get you like some Israeli soldiers or something.
I mean, this trumps Howie Mandel's podcast, which I got like 50,000 views.
When Howie asks you for a blurb for his book, let him know you're too busy with the
Yeah,
president
too busy.
repairing legislation. Yeah, I can't do your blurb, Howie.
Well, do you know what I really was, like if he would have picked up, because that's another thing. I was torn between when he first picked up of saying, hey, Donald, it's Stuttering John, man. I was torn. I was almost going to do it. But because I assumed he would recognize my voice at some point.
Yeah, let's be honest. You did not expect that you would be the one ending that phone call. You thought that
disguising
phone
your
call would have
voice
gotten
at
ended
all.
on you, right?
I know, I could have probably kept going.
That's
but
what I'm saying. You
Yeah,
could've-
but I know Donald, like from the times I talked to him, he wants to get off the phone. He's like Jay Leno. He doesn't want to talk too long.
All the more reason the fact you got him on the phone is amazing.
I know. He wants to get done and just move on. He said his stump.
Yeah.
We have some big choices. We got some bigly choices. He said everything that he was going to say, but I did try and do a liberal's work by asking him about getting the kids back to the families.
You did.
And by asking him to appoint a moderate judge.
Which he slipped and admitted first that he hasn't even looked at it yet. He started to say that, and then he caught himself and said, I have a list. But it's the same list from last time.
Yeah, well...
This is so crazy.
I know.
This was going on CNN. They're talking about this, and I'm like, CNN
All right,
doesn't
well,
even
then let's
know.
end this and get it over to CNN and shit. I hope everyone enjoyed. This has got to be the most monumental Stuttering John podcast ever.
That's for sure.
And tune in next week where we have an even bigger guest, Casey Armstrong. We'll be calling in.
From Air Force One. Little known fact about KC.
Put it this way, I couldn't get Harrison Ford on the phone from Air Force One.
You can't get Howard Stern on the phone.
And I got the President of the United States on the phone. This is unfucking believable.
Oh my god.
This proves like how easy it is to get to talk to the president.
Which is even more disconcerting because there's so many things that he should be taking care of, and the fact that you could get through after like 4 people screening you, you still get through, you make it through the whole phone call, you end the phone call, he has no clue it's you. How many other fake conversations is he having a day?
How many sketchy attempts? It sounds like you're at a speakerphone, sir. It's a
Well,
bad connection, sir.
and not only that, all they had to do if they wanted to screen me is say, what state is Senator Menendez from? And then I would have been done.
Oh,
They could have said, what party is Senator Menendez affiliated with? And I would have had a 50-50 chance on getting it right.
John, your stutter is like a fingerprint. They should have known that was you. Does he not know that Senator Menendez doesn't have a stutter?
And does he not? I mean...
And he also doesn't sound like a 40-something-year-old New Yorker.
No. I know.
He's an old dude.
And he's got to be articulate. I'm sitting there going, you know what I'm saying. Dude.
I'm half Hispanic.
I mean, how does he not know? How? I have an 818 freaking area.
Well, you were on vacation with your mobile phone. Like, can you realize? Like, you should you could have a jar of excuses for that 818 number. You just made up one. You just pulled out a thin air.
Yeah, I'm on a holiday.
Yeah. Sorry, it's my burner phone. I'm also Walter White. Like, what?
Well, it's no wonder Julian Assange could get all this shit. If this is how much that,
That's the first story. Is how, because I'm telling you, look at the timestamps on your phone. This is less than 2.5 hours from the first call to that call.
Yeah, I left here at 6:30, 6:45. I was on the road at 7. I left here at 6:30. I took a shower, put myself, shaved a little bit.
Just a little bit.
I was because I was in such a rush. I was on the road at 7. This happened at 7:30. So literally, 2 hours.
You easily spoke to the president before 9.
Before 9.
Yeah.
2 hours. That's how long it took.
That's
insane.
insane.
And now, mind you, he didn't really give away anything terribly sensitive. The Supreme Court Justice timeline is news breaking. But imagine who else could be calling this guy on a daily basis, getting whatever information they want. And you gave him 100 reasons to realize it was a comedy bit, and you got all the way to Jared Kushner.
I know, but guess what?
He should be fired.
Guess what? In next week's podcast, I'll impersonate Lisa Murkowski, and we'll just be, hello, Donald, how are you?
Next week, we're getting your new girlfriend and calling Kim Jong-un.
All right, everybody. Thanks for listening to the Stuttering John podcast, and we'll see you next week, unless I'm in jail. Gagia.